Okay, let's dive in. We're unpacking Iamjlc's album, W8 What. It's the full album over on the CPT Planet YouTube channel.
Right.
And, maybe you're listening because you want to get the gist of it, the main ideas, the feelings, without, sitting down and analyzing every single track yourself.
Exactly. It's a lot to take in otherwise.
So that's our mission today, basically. Pull out those key themes, the sort of emotional journeys that run through the lyrics.
And there's quite a range, isn't there? I mean, right away you get the sense of ambition, but then also real vulnerability, heartbreak, complicated relationships,
Yeah.
but also like resilience and hope underneath it all. It's definitely an emotional ride. The style is pretty direct, quite raw.
Absolutely. It kicks off with that real sense of ambition, doesn't it? That first track, it just comes out swinging. Lines like, made for the fame, made for the game.
Yeah, driving for change, running the game. It sets a strong tone immediately.
It really does. And it feels like there's this contrast he sets up early on.
Definitely. That classic thing of, people doubting you in the past. Always tell me I was lame.
Right.
And then the present success, now you're calling my name. It's that satisfaction of proving people wrong, I guess.
And just a powerful sense of self-belief behind it all. Like when he says, I always knew from the start that I was made for this.
Yeah, that conviction really comes through.
You feel that. And then there are those more material signs of success, too. The money ain't kind of fitting my wrist line or just, getting lit.
True, it ticks those boxes of, like, making it.
But what's interesting, and you sort of touched on this, is how that success thing, it becomes a backdrop pretty quickly for, more complicated stuff.
Exactly. It's like, okay, here's the peak, but now let's look at the valleys around it, the less glamorous side.
Yeah, because we shift into some, let's say, difficult relationship territory. Specifically this recurring idea of the gold digger.
Mm-hmm. That theme comes up quite clearly.
Very clearly.
Yeah.
She a gold digger, she a diamond chaser, and just flat out, she don't want your love, she just wants your cash. It's pretty blunt.
It is blunt, and it touches on that anxiety, maybe, especially for people who achieve fame or money. Like, are these connections real?
Right. Is it genuine?
Yeah. Or is it about the status, the cash? The lyrics sort of sketch out this type of person can make you go crazy, won't play with you if you be lazy.
But also kind of slippery, right? Like you dream about her, but then poof.
She gonna turn ghost. Yeah, that elusive quality.
And it's not just him judging from a distance, is it? There's that line that's just, wow. Even though she a gold digger, but I still dig her. That's the saddest thing about it.
Oof. Yeah, that hits differently. That's real conflict. It's not just pointing fingers. It's admitting this, like, painful pull, maybe even knowing it's not good for you.
Exactly. It feels very self-aware in a painful way.
And it makes you think about, the potential downsides of that success. Maybe isolation, difficulty trusting people.
Definitely. And it feels like a natural lead-in to some of the darker themes of actual heartbreak and betrayal that come up later.
Totally, because that vulnerability, maybe it gets taken advantage of. The album certainly doesn't shy away from that pain.
No, it really doesn't. You get these incredibly direct lines about heartbreak. Like, thought you were the one, find out you were playing with me from the start.
Yeah, and that feeling of being completely left behind. You left me in the dark.
It's stark.
It is. And the language used really conveys how deep that hurt goes.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody there for me longing for love. That speaks to a profound loneliness. And the fear, too. Scared to go through this pain alone. That's very human, very relatable, like being lost at sea, almost.
Yeah. And the way he talks about coping, or maybe not coping, it's quite raw. That line, getting so bad that I'm back on the pills.
Right, that suggests a real low point, a crisis.
And the betrayal imagery. Stab me in my back with a kitchen knife. I mean, that's brutal.
It's a visceral image, isn't it? It really hammers home the feeling of being deeply wounded by someone you trusted.
But as you said earlier, it's not all darkness.
Yeah.
These moments of pain, they kind of set up a turn, don't they?
They do. They provide that contrast. It shows the vulnerability under maybe the initial confidence. But importantly, the album doesn't just stay there. There's a shift.
Towards resilience.
Exactly. Towards finding strength. Even in the middle of describing the pain, you hear lines like, but you never give up. You just keep on trying. Like an internal resolve.
Yeah, a refusal to just, crumble.
And this focus on self-reliance when things get tough. That line, sometimes all you have is yourself and a broken heart.
Powerful.
It speaks to that core human thing of digging deep when you feel like you have nothing else left. Discovering your own strength, maybe.
And from that point, It feels like hope starts to creep back in, especially regarding future relationships.
Yeah, like learning from the pain, maybe. There's this sense of wanting to be careful, patient. Please be patient, girl. There's no need to rush.
Right, acknowledging the baggage, almost. I see you feel it, and I know it's too much. Like understanding past hurt in someone else, too.
That suggests some emotional growth, doesn't it? The past hurt hasn't completely shut down the desire for connection, but maybe it's made the approach more considered.
Yeah, cautious optimism, maybe.
That's a good way to put it. And it paves the way for the other side of the coin, the themes of, genuine love and commitment that are also in the album.
Right, because it's not all negative. There's a definite yearning for something real and intimate. I want to feel your body all on my body slow.
And that commitment. Baby girl, I need you, oh baby girl, to stay through the night. It's a totally different vibe from the transactional stuff.
Completely different. And wanting to build something lasting, what was it? Let's take a year, maybe 2 or 3, get to know each other well.
Yeah, that signals a desire for depth, something solid, not just superficial.
And then there's that word serenity. That pops up as this desired state within a relationship.
Oh, serenity. Serenity got you feeling me. Yeah, it feels like peace, contentment. That's the goal in love. A real contrast to the earlier chaos.
Definitely.
And it's not just about receiving love either. There's that idea of mutual support, like being stronger together. If I got you by my side, I'm flying free.
Finding freedom in the connection, not from it.
Exactly. Which kind of loops back to those moments where he's admitting he needs that support.
Yeah, the vulnerability comes back, but in a different way. Baby, do you need me? Tell me, because I need your love to get through this world. It's like acknowledging interdependence.
Right, needing that anchor. And in those moments of need, there's also that reaching out towards faith or prayer.
Mm-hmm. Hand on my chest feels like I'm losing oxygen.
Right.
Praying to God that you don't leave.
It shows that in those really intense, vulnerable times, there's often a turn towards something bigger, for comfort or strength.
And it's interesting how that positive connection, or the hope for one, becomes a motivator for self-improvement too.
Ah, yes, you make me want to be a better me. That's huge. That transformative power of a good relationship, wanting to grow for someone or with someone.
Yeah. And through all these ups and downs, that thread of self-belief we talked about at the start, it seems to endure.
It does. Lines like, never let my crown slip, or never stagnating, I'm the one who delegating. They pop back up, reminding you of that core confidence.
That resilience.
Yeah, and this kind of philosophical take on hardship, too.
Oh, right. Everything that happens for a damn reason.
Exactly, like finding purpose or meaning even in the tough stuff, not just random suffering.
Sort of a belief in a larger plan, maybe?
Perhaps. It leads towards this nuanced view at the end. Life isn't perfect, obviously, but maybe it's touched by something spiritual.
A sense of perspective, finding some grace in it all.
Yeah, exactly. A bit of hope beyond the immediate struggles.
So, wrapping this up, our deep dive into Iamjlc's W8 What? We've really traced a path, haven't we? From that initial, intense ambition through some really messy relationship dynamics, the gold digger stuff, the raw heartbreak.
Yeah, the betrayal, the loneliness.
But then seeing that turn towards resilience, towards self-reliance, and then cautiously opening up again to hope, to real connection, maybe even serenity.
It's quite the journey. The lyrics give you this really honest, multifaceted look at his experiences, his thoughts on life, love, success.
It feels very candid.
It does, and it's kind of a reminder, I think, that even in music scenes that can seem superficial, you find these genuine expressions of, human struggle and the search for meaning.
Definitely. Yeah. So if this conversation sparked your interest, check out the full album. It's on the CPT Planet YouTube channel. You'll get the whole picture then.
For sure, and it kind of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? These themes, ambition, love, betrayal, picking yourself back up. How much do these things just echo across everyone's lives, really, regardless of who you are or, what your specific situation is?
That's a great final thought. How universal is this journey?